Hello. All right, you may be wondering, Miss Bailey, why on earth are you providing a PowerPoint about how to plan an essay? We already know how to do that, Miss Bailey. Well, here's the deal, you guys. I know you're stressed out. I know you're home trying to do this on your own, and I'm trying to provide you something, anything that might be able to help. And I know that you've got a lot of essays that you're being asked to write, particularly in history class. So I am trying to provide you a resource to kind of help you identify and decipher topics and then plan that essay after you identify what the topic is. So really quickly, I'm going to go through this PowerPoint. I'm going to try to make it take less than 5 minutes. So here I go. The first thing, of course, you've got to plan your essay. Quality writing comes from quality planning. It's just how it works. I promise you, it will take you less time in the long run if you plan it. Next, analyze the topic. Make sure you understand what the professor is asking you to write about. Are they giving you the topic? Are they asking you to generate the topic? Okay. Next, so let's say that they tell you you get to pick the topic. So what you want to do is write down a list of ideas that come to your head when they tell you that you have a choice in the matter. Okay. So warning, do not start Googling. Remember the dangers of Googling a topic. It will limit your creativity and it will make it more difficult for you to come up with a topic if you start Googling first. So don't do that, please. Next, analyze the sources. So after you generate a list of ideas that your essay could potentially be about, now start asking yourself, have I read anything in the news, in an article, perhaps a textbook, perhaps a novel? Have I read anything that I could relate to one of these topics I'm interested in? Remember, if you can write about something you're interested in, or if you can connect yourself to something that you're studying, then you're going to be able to do a better job on whatever product you're being asked to create. So you're asking yourself in this step, is there anything that I have read that I can connect to this? Because it is very uncommon for an essay to not require sources. It's very uncommon for a professor to say, yeah, just write about your opinion. Normally they're going to want sources. Okay, next, thesis statements. Remember, a thesis statement is the backbone of an essay, and that's the statement where you're stating what you're arguing for. And I've got outlined here on this slide the format of a thesis statement and the elements of a thesis statement. It's got to be argumentative. It cannot be cliche. It's got to be applicable to all humanity. And remember, the thesis statement typically goes around the end of that introductory paragraph. Don't put it at the beginning of the introductory paragraph unless the professor asks you to, or you're doing like a scientific paper or something, which in that case might not even have a thesis statement. But if you're writing like a literary analysis or an argument analysis of some kind, that thesis statement should go toward the end of the introduction paragraph. If it's in the sentence, the last sentence of the introduction paragraph, that's fine, unless the professor tells you otherwise. Step 5, test your thesis statement. So now you look at your thesis and you ask yourself, here's what I want to argue, right, about humanity, but now what points am I going to make about that? And don't sit here and overanalyze and try to think about like the last debate you saw on TV and what they said. No. Just literally think, okay, what points could I make? And you're testing your thesis to see if it's going to work. Because what you're looking for is a thesis statement that you can make at least 3 points about, right? Because that's what we're looking for to build that essay from. Okay, now you're going to make an outline. Remember, outlining and planning that essay is the key to success. I promise. Here's some example outlines. All right, you can do the traditional outline method that is photographed here in this picture. This will literally guide you through each sentence of your essay. You can customize this. You can take out from this or add to this, but this is a general outline method. If you don't like this, you could do a web like you did in elementary school. And you're like, Miss Bailey, but that looks so simple. I know it looks simple. You can do that, guys. You can put the thesis or the topic in the middle and then put those 3 points around it. And on the lines, you just put the evidence that you're planning to include. All right, warning. If you get stuck at any point and you're like, oh man, I don't have anything to say, that is a sign that this topic is a no-go and you need to go back to the drawing board, okay? That's why planning is so important, because you can figure out if a topic is a no-go before you've spent all these hours working on the essay. Because I know it's happened to you and it's happened to me before, where I get a topic in my head, I start writing, I'm like, yeah. Well, I don't have it planned. I spend all these hours and then it falls apart. And then I end up deleting and I spent a whole day wasted. So plan your essay, test your thesis before you invest all that time in writing. Remember, here's an 11-sentence paragraph. Okay, this is an outline for a paragraph. Okay, you can customize this. Your paragraphs do not have to be 11 sentences, but your paragraphs, if your professor is asking you to use sources, your paragraphs should include at least 2 quotes in a paragraph. They can be from one source, but you need 2 quotes. That's just like the standard, all right? You guys can do this. Okay, common errors to watch for. You already know about these. Revising your essay, contractions, make sure to cite all your sources, and then analyze the format of the essay. Do not be embarrassed to ask the professor, what format is this essay in? Is it APA? Is it Chicago? How do you want the format of this essay? All right, places to find help. You've got Mustang Express. There is a writing center that you can email your paper to and they will help you. In Canvas, in your college classes, on the left student menu navigation, there is a spot where you can click for an online tutor who will read your essay, guys, for free. All right, you can do this. Get started. Don't procrastinate. Take the time to plan, all right? And don't be afraid. I believe in you. I know you can do this. I have seen you write in my class. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Reach out to me if you need help, all right? I'm proud of you and I know you can do this. Good job, guys. Keep your head up.